And now chapter 15 of the Antya Leela, the transcendental madness of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasati Gaurabhakta.
The ocean of ecstatic love for Krishna is very difficult to understand, even for such demigods as Lord Brahma. By enacting his pastimes, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu submerged himself in that ocean, and his heart was absorbed in that love. Thus he exhibited in various ways the exalted position of transcendental love for Krishna. All glories to Sri Krishna Chaitanya, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. All glories to Lord Nityananda, whose body is always filled with transcendental bliss. All glories to Sri Advaita Acharya, who is very dear to Lord Chaitanya. And all glories to the devotees of the Lord, headed by Srivas Thakur. Thus Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu forgot himself throughout the entire day and night, being merged in an ocean of ecstatic love for Krishna. The Lord would maintain himself in three kinds of consciousness. Sometimes he merged totally in ecstatic emotion. Sometimes he was in partial external consciousness. And sometimes in full external consciousness. Actually, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was always merged in ecstatic emotion. But just as a potter's wheel turns without the potter's touching it, the Lord's bodily activities, like bathing, going to the temple to see Lord Jagannath, and taking lunch, went on automatically. One day, while Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was looking at Lord Jagannath in the temple, Lord Jagannath appeared to be personally the son of Nanda Maharaj, Sri Krishna. When he realized Lord Jagannath to be Krishna himself, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's five senses were immediately absorbed in attraction for the five attributes of Lord Krishna. Just as in a tug of war, the single mind of Lord Chaitanya was attracted in five directions by the five transcendental attributes of Lord Krishna. Thus the Lord became unconscious. Just then, the Upala Bhog ceremony of Lord Jagannath concluded, and the devotees who had accompanied Lord Chaitanya to the temple brought him back home. That night, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was attended by Swarup Damodar Goswami and Ramananda Rai. Keeping his hands around their necks, the Lord began to lament. When Srimati Radharani was very agitated due to feeling great separation from Krishna, she spoke a verse to Vishaka, explaining the cause of her great anxiety and restlessness. Reciting that verse, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu expressed his burning emotions. Then, with great lamentation, he explained the verse to Swarup Damodar and Ramananda Rai. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "Though the hearts of the gopis are like high-standing hills, they are inundated by the waves of the nectarian ocean of Krishna's beauty. His sweet voice enters their ears and gives them transcendental bliss. The touch of his body is cooler than millions and millions of moons together, and the nectar of his bodily fragrance overfloods the entire world." Oh, my dear friend, that Krishna, who is the son of Nanda Maharaj and whose lips are exactly like nectar, is attracting my five senses by force. Lord Sri Krishna's beauty the sound of his words, and the vibration of his flute, his touch, his fragrance, and the taste of his lips are full of indescribable sweetness. When all these features attract my 5 senses at once, my senses all ride together on the single horse of my mind, but want to go in 5 different directions. Oh, my dear friend, please hear the cause of my misery. My 5 senses are actually extravagant rogues. They know very well that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but they still want to plunder Krishna's property. My mind is just like a single horse being ridden by the 5 senses of perception, headed by sight. Each sense wants to ride that horse, and thus they pull my mind in 5 directions simultaneously. In what direction will it go? If they pull all at one time, certainly the horse will lose its life. Oh, how can I tolerate this atrocity? My dear friend, if you say, just try to control your senses, what shall I say? I cannot become angry at my senses. Is it their fault? Krishna's beauty, sounds, touch, fragrance, and taste are by nature extremely attractive. These 5 features are attracting my senses, and each wants to drag my mind in a different direction. Thus the life of my mind is in great danger, just like a horse ridden in 5 directions at once. Thus I am also in danger of dying. The consciousness of each woman within the 3 worlds is certainly like a high hill, but the sweetness of Krishna's beauty, that is like an ocean. Even a drop of water from that ocean can flood the entire world and submerge all the high hills of consciousness. The sweetness of Krishna's joking words plays indescribable havoc with the hearts of all women. His words bind a woman's ear to the qualities of their sweetness. Thus there is a tug of war, and the life of the ear departs. Krishna's transcendental body is so cool that it cannot be compared even to sandalwood pulp or to millions upon millions of moons. It expertly attracts the breasts of all women, which resemble high hills. Indeed, the transcendental body of Krishna attracts the minds of all women within the 3 worlds. The fragrance of Krishna's body is more maddening than the aroma of musk, and it surpasses the fragrance of the bluish lotus flower. It enters the nostrils of all the women of the world, and, making a nest there, thus attracts them. Krishna's lips are so sweet when combined with the camphor of his gentle smile, that they attract the minds of all women, forcing them to give up all other attractions. If the sweetness of Krishna's smile is unobtainable, great mental difficulties and lamentation result. That sweetness is the only wealth of the gopis of Vrindavan. After speaking in this way, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu caught hold of the necks of Ramananda Roy and Swarup Damodar. Then the Lord said, "Oh, my dear friends, please listen to me. What shall I do? Where shall I go? Where can I go to get Krishna? Please, both of you, tell me how I can find him." Thus absorbed in transcendental pain, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lamented day after day in the company of Svarup Damodar Goswami and Ramananda Roy. Svarup Damodar Goswami would sing appropriate songs, and Ramananda Roy would recite suitable verses to enhance the ecstatic mood of the Lord. In this way, they were able to pacify him. The Lord especially liked to hear Bilva Mangal Thakur's Krishna Karnamrita, the poetry of Vidyapati, and Sri Gita Govinda by Jayadev Goswami. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu felt great pleasure in his heart when his associates chanted verses from these books. One day, while going to the beach by the sea, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu suddenly saw a flower garden. Lord Chaitanya mistook that garden for Vrindavan and very quickly entered it. Absorbed in ecstatic love of Krishna, he wandered throughout the garden searching for him. After Krishna disappeared with Radharani during the Ras dance, the gopis wandered in that forest looking for him. In the same way, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wandered in that garden by the sea. Absorbed in the ecstatic mood of the gopis, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wandered here and there. He began to inquire after Krishna by quoting verses to all the trees and creepers. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then quoted the following 3 verses from Srimad Bhagavatam. Speaking as the gopis, he said, O Chuta tree, Priyal tree, Panas, Asan, and Kovida, O Jambu tree, O Arka tree, O Bel, Bakul, and Mango, O Kadamba tree, O Nipa tree, and all other trees living on the bank of the Yamuna for the welfare of others. Please, let us know where Krishna has gone. We have lost our minds and are almost dead. Oh, all auspicious Tulsi plant, you are very dear to Govinda's lotus feet, and he is very dear to you. Have you seen Krishna walking here, wearing a garland of your leaves, surrounded by a swarm of bumblebees? Oh, plants of malati flowers, malika flowers, jati and utika flowers, have you seen Krishna passing this way, touching you with his hand to give you pleasure? Oh, mango tree, oh, jackfruit tree, oh, pial, jumbo, and kovida trees, you are all inhabitants of a holy place, therefore kindly act for the welfare of others. Have you seen Krishna coming this way? Kindly tell us which way he has gone and, oh, save our lives. When the trees did not reply, the gopis guessed, since all of these trees belong to the male class, all of them must be friends of Krishna. Oh, why should the trees tell us where Krishna is gone? Let us rather inquire from the creepers. They are female and therefore are like friends to us. They will certainly tell us where Krishna is gone, since they have seen him personally. Guessing in this way, the gopis inquired from the plants and creepers headed by Tulsi. Oh, Tulsi, oh, Malati, oh, Yuti, Madhavi, Malika, Krishna is very dear to you, therefore he must have come near you. You are all just like dear friends to us, so kindly tell us which way Krishna has gone and save our lives. When they still received no reply, the gopis thought, oh, these plants are all Krishna's maidservants, and out of fear they will not speak to us. The gopis then came upon a group of she-deer. Smelling the aroma of Krishna's body and seeing the faces of the deer, the gopis inquired from them to ascertain if Krishna was nearby. One of them said, Oh, wife of the deer, Lord Krishna has been embracing his beloved, and thus the kumkum powder on her raised breasts has covered his garland of kunda flowers. The fragrance of this garland is flowing here. Oh, my dear friend, have you seen Krishna passing this way with his dearmost companion, increasing the pleasure of the eyes of all of you? Oh, dear doe, Sri Krishna is always very pleased to give you pleasure. Kindly inform us whether he passed this way in the company of Srimati Radharani. We think they must certainly have come this way. We are not outsiders. Being very dear friends of Srimati Radharani, we can perceive the bodily fragrance of Krishna from a distance. Krishna has been embracing Srimati Radharani, and the kumkum powder on her breasts is mixed with the garland of kunda flowers decorating his body. The fragrance of the garland has scented the entire atmosphere. Oh, Lord Krishna has left this place, and therefore the deer are feeling separation. They do not hear our words. Therefore, how can they reply? The gopis then came upon many trees, so laden with fruits and flowers that their branches bent down to the ground. The gopis thought that because all the trees must have seen Krishna pass by, they were offering respectful obeisances to him. To be certain, the gopis inquired from the trees, "O trees, kindly tell us whether Balaram's younger brother Krishna welcomed your obeisances with loving glances as he passed this way, resting one hand on the shoulder of Srimati Radharani, holding a lotus flower in the other, and being followed by a swarm of bumblebees maddened by the fragrance of tulsi leaves. To stop the bumblebees from landing on the face of his beloved, he whisked them away with the lotus flower in his hand, and thus his mind was slightly diverted. Did he or did he not pay attention while you offered him obeisances? Kindly give evidence supporting your words." Separation from Krishna has made these servants very unhappy. Having lost consciousness, how can they answer us? Saying this, the gopis stepped onto the beach by the Yamuna river. There, they saw Lord Krishna beneath the Kadamba tree. Standing there with his flute to his lips, Krishna, who enchants millions upon millions of cupids, attracted the eyes and minds of all the world with his unlimited beauty. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw the transcendental beauty of Krishna, he fell down on the ground unconscious. At that time, all the devotees, headed by Svarup Damodar Goswami, joined him in the garden. Just as before, they saw all the symptoms of transcendental ecstatic love manifested in the body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Although externally he appeared bewildered, he was tasting transcendental bliss within. Once again, all the devotees brought Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu back to consciousness by a concerted effort. Then the Lord got up and began wandering here and there, looking all around. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Where is my Krishna gone? I saw him just now, and his beauty has captured my eyes and mind. Oh, why can't I see Krishna holding his flute to his lips? My eyes are wandering in hopes of seeing him once more. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then recited the following verse, which was spoken by Srimati Radharani to her dear friend Vishaka. My dear friend, the luster of Krishna's body is more brilliant than a newly formed cloud, and his yellow dress is more attractive than newly arrived lightning. A peacock feather decorates his head, and on his neck hangs a lovely necklace of brilliant pearls. As he holds his charming flute to his lips, his face, it looks as beautiful as the full autumn moon. By such beauty, Madan Mohan, the enchanter of Cupid, is increasing the desire of my eyes to see him. Sri Krishna's complexion is as polished as powdered eye ointment. It surpasses the beauty of a newly formed cloud and is softer than a blue lotus flower. Indeed, his complexion is so pleasing that it attracts the eyes and mind of everyone, and it is so powerful that it defies all comparison. My dear friend, please tell me what I should do. Krishna is as attractive as a wonderful cloud, and my eyes are just like chatak birds, which are dying of thirst because they do not see such a cloud. Krishna's yellow dress, it looks exactly like restless lightning in the sky, and that pearl necklace on his neck, it appears like a line of ducks flying below a cloud. Both the peacock feather on his head and his Vaijayanti garland containing flowers of 5 colors, they resemble rainbows. The luster of Krishna's body is as beautiful as a spotless full moon that has just risen, and the vibration of his flute sounds exactly like the sweet thundering of a newly formed cloud. When the peacocks in Vrindavan hear that vibration, they all begin to dance. The cloud of Krishna's pastimes is drenching the 14 worlds with a shower of nectar. Unfortunately, when that cloud appeared, a whirlwind arose and blew it away from me. Being unable to see the cloud, the Chataka bird of my eyes is almost dead from thirst. In a faltering voice, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again said, "Oh, alas, go on reading, Ram Roy." Thus Ramananda Roy began to read a verse. While listening to this verse, the Lord was sometimes very jubilant, and sometimes overcome by lamentation. Afterwards, the Lord personally explained the verse. It went as follows: "Dear Krishna, by seeing your beautiful face decorated with tresses of hair, by seeing the beauty of your earrings falling on your cheeks, and by seeing the nectar of your lips, the beauty of your smiling glances, your 2 arms which assure complete fearlessness, and your broad chest whose beauty arouses conjugal attraction, we have simply surrendered ourselves to becoming your maidservants." After conquering the moon and the lotus flower, Krishna wished to capture the doe-like gopis. Thus he spread the noose of his beautiful face, and within that noose he placed the bait of his sweet smile to misguide the gopis. The gopis fell prey to that trap and became Krishna's maidservants, giving up their homes, families, husbands, and prestige. My dear friend, Krishna, he acts just like a hunter. This hunter does not care for piety or impiety. He simply creates many devices to conquer the cores of the hearts of the doe-like gopis. The earrings dancing on Krishna's cheeks, they are shaped like sharks, and they shine very brightly. These dancing earrings attract the minds of all women. Over and above this, Krishna pierces the hearts of women with the arrows of his sweetly smiling glances. He is not at all afraid to kill women in this way. On Krishna's chest are the ornaments of Srivatsa and the mark indicating the residence of the goddess of fortune. His chest, which is as broad as a plunderer's, attracts thousands upon thousands of damsels of Braj, conquering their minds and breasts by force. Thus they all become maidservants of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The two very beautiful arms of Krishna are just like long bolts. They also resemble the bodies of black snakes that enter the space between the two hill-like breasts of women and bite their hearts. The women then die from the burning poison. The combined cooling effect of camphor, roots of kasakasa, and sandalwood is surpassed by the coolness of Krishna's palms and the soles of his feet, which are cooler and more pleasing than millions upon millions of moons. If women are touched by them even once, their minds are enticed, and the burning poison of lusty desire for Krishna is immediately vanquished. Lamenting in ecstatic love, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then recited the following verse, which was spoken by Srimati Radharani while exposing the lamentation of her heart to her friend Srimati Vishaka. My dear friend, Krishna's chest is as broad and attractive as a door made of Indranila gems. And his two arms, like strong bolts, can relieve the mental anguish of young girls distressed by lusty desires for him. His body is cooler than the moon, sandalwood, the lotus flower, and camphor. In this way, Madan Mohan, the attractor of Cupid, is increasing the desire of my breasts. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then said, I just now had Krishna, but unfortunately I have lost him again. By nature, Krishna is very restless. He does not stay in one place. He meets with someone, enchants his mind, and then disappears. The gopis became proud of their great fortune. To subdue their sense of superiority and show them special favor, Keshav, the subduer of even Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, disappeared from the Ras dance. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then said to Swarup Damodar Goswami, Please sing a song that will bring consciousness to my heart. Thus, for the pleasure of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Swarup Damodar Goswami began very sweetly singing the following verse from Gita Govinda. He sang, Here, in the arena of the Ras dance, I remember Krishna, who was always fond of joking and performing pastimes. When Swarup Damodar Goswami sang this special song, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately got up and began to dance in ecstatic love. At that time, all 8 kinds of spiritual transformations became manifest in Lord Chaitanya's body. The 33 symptoms of Vyabhachari Bhav, beginning with lamentation and jubilation, became prominent as well. All the ecstatic symptoms such as Bhavodaya, Bhavasandhi, and Bhava Shabalya awakened in the body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. A great fight arose between one emotion and another, and each of them became prominent. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had Swarup Damodar sing the same verse again and again. Each time he sang it, the Lord tasted it anew, and thus he danced again and again. After the Lord had been dancing for a long time, Swarup Damodar Goswami stopped singing the verse. Over and over again, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "Go on! Sing! Sing! Sing!" But Swarup Damodar, seeing the Lord's fatigue, did not resume singing. When the devotees heard Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say, "Go on singing," they all gathered around him and began to chant the holy name of Hari in unison. At that time, Ramananda Rai made the Lord sit down and dissipated his fatigue by fanning him. Then all the devotees took Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to the beach and bathed him. Finally, they brought him back home. After they fed him lunch, they made him lie down. Then all the devotees, headed by Ramananda Rai, returned to their respective homes. Thus I have described Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes in the garden, which he entered, mistaking it for Vrindavan. There he exhibited transcendental madness and ecstatic ravings, which Sri Rupa Goswami has described very nicely in his Stavamala as follows. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the topmost of all devotees. Sometimes, while walking on the beach, he would see a beautiful garden nearby and mistake it for the forest of Vrindavan. Thus he would be completely overwhelmed by ecstatic love of Krishna and begin to dance and chant the holy name. His tongue worked incessantly as he chanted, "Krishna, Krishna. Will he again become visible before the path of my eyes?" The pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are unlimited. It is not possible to write of them properly. I can only give an indication of them as I try to introduce them. Praying at the lotus feet of Sri Rupa and Sri Raghunath, always desiring their mercy, I, Krishnadas, narrate Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, following in their footsteps. This ends chapter 15 of the Antya Lila, the transcendental madness of Lord Chaitanya. And now chapter 16 of